nmap as a server and as a client on my own laptop. So I will start up a server with ncat. That's the command ncat. And the options will be -k, which will keep everything open, every connection open. Otherwise, it stops after one connection. It's only connected, can only be connected by one client. -l, which say keep listening. -p provides a port number. For example, I will use I will first use another port. I will use port 6666 in TCP. Standard, it will start up in TCP. And I do have to provide an IP address to run on. That's for the server part. If I want to connect to the server with a client, then I use the same ncat. And I don't have to provide many options, only the IP address to connect to and the port number to connect to, and then will be standard a TCP client. When it's running UDP, you have to say it's UDP by giving the option -u, and the same goes for the server. If you want UDP as a server, then you have to say -u. That's for ncat to start up. ncat as a server and ncat as a client, and also nmap. If you want to do that too, you can take a browser and download the nmap program at this site. So you can find versions for Windows, Mac OS and Linux here to install and use. It's the same version for all operating systems. An example on starting a server, I will add the option listen, an L, a port number, for example 6666, and I will provide an IP address to run on. I will take localhost here for demo purposes. Now the server runs. You can issue some text, but it makes no sense because there's no client. In order to connect a client, you can use ncat2. It connects to an IP and the port number, the same port number, and you'll see that if you type text now, that the server part reacts. So it's a mini chat server between the server and the client. Now when the client disconnects, it's finished. So the server finishes too. In order to keep running, you have to add the option -k to keep open the connection. So this will actually keep the server running no matter what happens, and you can connect more than one client too. So this can be connected. Okay. Another thing to do now maybe is use nmap to scan the ports. I can use nmap with the local host IP, and it will do a standard scan, and I know that nmap automatically scans port 6666. It doesn't scan all ports, but this one it will scan. So it says it's running IRC because IRC servers used to run on that port too. So that's how you can use nmap to see what's running. There are more options to nmap, for example, with a version scan, with a TCP scan, and so on, that can be used to scan these port numbers. ncat for UDP too, and that's with the option U. I previously had option K for keep connections open, the option L to keep listening, and I can provide the port, and I'm going to take for UDP 5353 because I know it's a port that nmap will scan. I take this one and I do provide the IP address it will run on. So now the server is running. It's running UDP now, not TCP. I can connect a client. I can try it to connect a client to TCP, but that won't work. I cannot connect on this port because it's not opened. There's no TCP port opened. So I do have to add the option UDP2 here. Now you see that it's connected. You'll see, I will test from the client, like that. And then you'll see that it works on the server too. When I do a scan now with nmap, a normal nmap scan does not scan UDP ports, so it will not show the opened ports in UDP. So I do have to add the option to scan UDP too, like that. I do need root privileges to do that. And you'll see that it detects the port, the open ports of UDP when you do that. If it's a special port that nmap does not automatically scan, you can provide the port numbers too. For example, I can say specifically scan my port, and then only scans my port for UDP, which might detect everything then. You'll see that the nmap scan is also recorded in the client. It's also sending some data to the UDP port at that moment. That's for ncat and nmap scans in UDP. If you want to capture these ncat connections with wireshark, then you have to take the loopback interface for wireshark and log that. You will not see a connection, so you can see the server is running right now. There will be no connection in wireshark because nothing is happening. There will only be a connection where there's a client connecting to the server. Just from the moment I use a client here, UDP client, to connect to the server, you will see that it logs the connection in wireshark. And you might even send data too, you see. So now there will be packets running. It might be a TCP server 2, then you will see a synac sequence if you do that. So I might start up my previous server in TCP and connect TCP client to this port, and then you will see a synac sequence before I will connect to the server. You see, here's the TCP. Here are the TCP connections. For example, here a syn package, and synac package, and an ACK for the three-way handshake that you can see in ncat 2.